Welcome back everyone, this is Mike with Door and Lock Tips. I'm going to show you a basic setup of how to pin up a best style small format IC core, and I'm going to be using a brand new pinning tray. Look at this thing, all aluminum. It's a little pricey, but you know what, for what you get, this is beautiful. I bought it on eBay from this company right here, AMS Advanced Manufacturing Supply. Great company. They make several models. I bought this one right here. Look at this cool model. It looked great on their website. Didn't want plastic. I wanted all aluminum, and I wanted more pinning stacks. I got them. So I'm happy. So what we're going to do is we're going to show from a basic setup how you can use Labs Annex, several other items to pin up a best small format IC core. First, we're going to gut it. I'm going to pop all these pins out of here. I'll show you what it looks like inside this Bible. I'm going to put the cylinder. This is a 7-pin. It can be 7 or 6. Doesn't really matter what you're using here. Put it in upside down because we want to eject all these pins into this Bible. This pops in with the holding bearing that is right there. Let's put this back in. You put the arrows to the arrows. And you just click it in. Now I'm going to eject all these pins. I got to put it in upside down. There we go. Now this is case hardened. If you hit it crooked with your small teeny weeny toy mallet, you are going to snap that pin off. So you find your way into it. You just tap it out. Just as simple. I'm ejecting all these pins, and I want these pins. Reuse most of them, but I want to show you how fast you can load an IC core up. Notice they're all popped out of there. The cylinder is completely free of any pins. Nice. Now let's look at this. There's all the pins, guys. Look at how cool that is. The key pins are at the top here, and all the caps are at the bottom, and the springs are all destroyed and compressed, but there's the pins. So I can read these pins if I wanted to make a control key. If I didn't have a control key, I could make one from these pins. Measurements. You just need a pair of vernier calipers and go to CLK Supply, and they have a worksheet to be able to figure out what the control key is, but I already know it. I'm going to pin it up to one of my master key systems right here. So I built them. They're in plastic key rings. I sell these to the clients. 5 regular working keys and 1 control key. There's all the bitting. Let's get started on this thing. Please stay till the end, tell your friends, and hit that like button. Guys, I want most of these pins. How the cylinder was laid out. It always goes from the tip of the key to the bow of the key. And that's how that cylinder was mounted in there. Upside down. Remember, it was just like that. Go ahead very gently and take this apart because I have a master key system and I'm just going to the next key up. So I want all these pins, so I'm going to change one of the chambers. I'm going to take these out individually. So there is the key pin. Boy, is that a small pin. I'll put that in the number 1 slot. I love this tray. This tray is something to be seen. On eBay. Wow. I highly recommend it. Seeing this all over the internet. Lockpick guys, you know, they've got this tray, and I just thought, man, I got to get this tray. I'm going to go ahead and get every pin in every slot. And the reason I bought this tray is because CLK Supply, they don't have enough slots. Come on, CLK, make one more. I'll buy it off you. Just make one more slot. And then I could have a master key system from Best put together. All right, let's get every one of these pins. See this? The spring is compressed and junk. And grab a new spring. And then grab this little cap. You can reuse the caps, by the way. Look at that. I have every slot filled. That is so cool. Thank you so much for being in business. This great little company, AMS Ultimate Aluminum Lock Pinning Tray for Locksmiths. Great product. There's the bottom key pin. All right, here's the master wafer. And that is the control pin, and this is the top driver. Then you have the destroyed spring, which we'll put aside. Grab a new one. These springs are troublesome. They always catch together. I'll go ahead and load up all the springs. Paclock makes springs that really don't do this, but I've got them somewhere. These are lab springs. This kit right here I'm using is for lab. I keep knocking this thing over. So I got one, two, I need one more spring. Boy, everything is so teeny. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Look at that. They even give an 8th slot. That's great. All right, let's take this chamber out. Bottom driver. Master. Control and top. Bad spring. You see, you can't use these springs again. Too bad. Waste. And they don't cost nothing. Put these caps over here. See why I'm reusing all this. Have them all laid out. I've got to take out one row, which will be this row right here. Not the tip, but the bow. I'm going to take out this row because the master key system I'm going to use, do this one in the next row. So this one is called 2AA, and this was 1AA. If you're a locksmith, you're familiar with that terminology. So notice the tip, this is the bow, the pins stack is different than this stack that's right here. So that particular stack, I have to make it into a 0, 4, 9, 10, 4. I can use that bottom key pin, that's a 0. I have to change the master wafer and the control pin, and I can keep the driver pin. Cool. Let me go ahead and change those. I'm going to leave the bottom driver pin because that's a 0 and that's a 0. The number 2, so that bad boy's got to go back. Number 2. I'm going to put it right back in the number 2 slot in my pinning kit. It's a perfectly good pin. I also have to dump, that's a 9 is my new one, and this is 11, so I have to take out the next pin. So the 11 pin is coming out, and I'll put that back in the pinning kit. Why waste it? Why waste it? So So I got a number 4 master wafer. Then I have a number 9. Now the next pin, a 10 in both of the master key systems on that chamber. All these other chambers are all the same. So I don't have to change anything else. Look at this best system. Look at all the pins. That's crazy. Whoa. I do like this tray though. It is beautiful. Okay, let's put it back. I'm going to load up the cylinder. I'm going to close up this Bible. Isn't that cool? They call it a Bible. I like it. So this arrow match up with the front arrow. I go ahead and just slide this bad boy in, and that pin right there holds it in. Nice. This is H. That's the flavor of the key. Let's go ahead and load up the cylinder now. Decided to load it up right here in my hand so you can see things a little better. Got to make sure the keyway is straight up and down. This lug is out, and I'll load up the first chamber here. Master pin, you don't have this turned around inside there. It'll just wreck everything. I gotta kind of look, see what I'm doing there. Flat. Totally flat in there. These can get turned around too. Load the next chamber. You usually can manipulate your arm enough to straighten that pin up to go in there. Notice I'm 1, 2, 3. I'm totally loaded. We'll put in the springs and the caps at the end. Fifth chamber. Fifth chamber. Whew. Master wafer. I call it master wafer. It's really just a pin. But it is a master pin. But in best, it's just a driver. These are all kind of drivers. Whoa! Man, if you've ever pinned up these best cylinders, you know what I'm going through. You can get a rhythm going. This is the first one of the morning. And I'm working over a camera. I gotta make a bunch of excuses. Got a bad shoulder. Now fixed. Working over a camera. The lighting is blasting me in the eyeballs. I hope you're seeing this. The last pin. There we go. Now we're going to check it. I have a special checking. I have my tool from Lock Caddy. It's called a go, no go. I stick it on there and it checks the heights of the pins. Stacks, right? Pin stacks, heights, they're all the same. So I pinned it up properly. Put in the springs. Ta-da! Got all the springs in. Now we're going to put in the caps. Now notice how troublesome that was? Now if I was to do this, I would have to stick this little tool, where is it, right here, on every cap and pound those bad boys in. But we're not going to do that. I'm going to use a tool from Lab that'll blow your brain out. You know what we better do first? We better cut a key. Let's go ahead and do that. Let's set up the key in the chuck. Now we're going to put in the information. We want to cut this bottom key. So we need a 3954624. 3954624. Yeah. 3954624. Okay, let's go ahead and cut that key. Oh, that's a nice machine. ITL 9700A. Let's clean the key up. There's our key. Now let's go ahead and put the cap on top of the cylinder and then we can test it. Let's go ahead and load the cylinder in. And I'm going to put in the springs. I went ahead and loaded the springs down close so I could see them. The camera's in my way, so I couldn't really see these. So what you do now, put in a plate. It just slides right in, goes into this round little slot. It'll punch out 7 spots, but really it's can do a 6-pin as well. And I just pull down on this handle. See if I can get a close-up here. Here we go. Totally punched in one shot. Now let's test out that key. Moment of truth. Like butter. Let's test out the master and the control key now. Here's the control key. Oh yeah. Beautiful. Let's test out the master. Oh yeah, it works. Beautiful. Please tell your friends, subscribe, and hit the like button. Thank you so much. So there we have it, guys. Got a few tools. Brand new pinning tray. Highly suggest you buy it from eBay. Great company. Show their card off again. Get a hold of these guys. Get that gorgeous tray. You can be styling in your videos. I hope you enjoyed this video. I'll have many more coming your way. Please subscribe, tell your friends, and I'll have more door and lock tips like this coming your way in the future. Thanks, guys. Hey guys, please subscribe to my channel and you'll see more cool tools like this from eBay coming in the future. Thank you so much. Don't forget to tell your friends. Thanks again.